So when we set out to start our business, Aaron and myself were actually laid off from our jobs in 2010. At that time, we really decided to sit down and kind of pursue our dream business that we always wanted to get involved in.
Well, originally we had a pizza place in South Lyon, but our goal was always a coffee house.
Previously, the three of us worked together, so when I came on, I was doing it by myself, but then Karen and I met, and she decided let's become partners, and then Kelly came on. So essentially what we did is we set something up more like a co-op.
I wanted a transparent business where people could come in and get the connection between the farmer and the consumer.
We made sure with this is we had the money to start it. So we didn't take out a loan, we didn't have any interest, we didn't have anything. We only did this based on that we could pay everything up front and that we could cover all of our expenses.
I felt that there was a need, for a sporting goods store here in town. We always had to travel to Novi or to Plymouth or someplace, and with all the kids in the area, I felt that there was a demand for it.
So we kind of gave up everything that we knew before. I did underground construction, Aaron was a student, to really throw our hats in and just open up a business that we love.
Oddly enough, when we were kind of burnt out on running our pizza business, we kind of stumbled upon Java House in South Lyon, and it just kind of all worked out.
It's called Lefty Salon. All three of us are left-handed, so that was kind of unique for us to come up with a name, and we wanted a name that didn't just define one person. We came from a shop where it was the owner's name, and when you're working in a shop, it should be about everybody.
The playground was always kind of in my business plan of wanting to do something above and beyond just the sporting goods store.
And we may have, it's possible, we don't know for sure, but we may have the largest collection in the country, if not further than that, of hand-blown glass mugs. It's a neat aspect of our tap room. We have customers come in just to look at the mugs and see the wall, even if they're not even coming in for a beer. So they're very neat. They're they're a great piece of our brewery because a great crafted drinking vessel to have a great crafted beer in just kind of makes sense.
We want our clients to feel like they're the number one person. They're the most important one. When they come in here, it's like you coming over to my house and you're my guest. So that whole time, it's like, how can we make them feel the most comfortable? So we have our candy wall, we have our TV. We try to have this warm, relaxed environment.
I wanted my customers to feel at ease, being able to have somewhat of a guarantee that the food that they were getting was going to be clean and it was going to be real food without pesticides and herbicides and chemicals, and I wanted it as fresh as possible.
We chose South Lyon because South Lyon is just a very nice, family-oriented community, small town feel, and we just always felt like it would be a great location for a coffee house.
There was a real need here in South Lyon, and we didn't even know what a huge need there was until we got here, and people thanked us day in and day out for weeks to come, and months and years. They're just so thankful we're here.
Back when I wanted to start the business, doing the demographics and the research, South Lyon was one of the fastest growing communities in the country, and I think it was #1 in Michigan at the time.
It's fantastic for us. It's a great little town. They're very supportive and accepting of us. At first it was, they didn't understand what our business was and what we were doing, but they definitely welcomed us with open arms, and the town has made us successful.
This area here in South Lyon, the people have been extremely loyal, very educated. They have put me to the test day in and day out, and I've learned a lot from them.
The biggest challenge of managing the playground has been the simple challenge that's there for every business, and that is to make it profitable, to make it fit the community's needs while still fitting the business's budget.
Without a doubt, it's the time. I never thought that I would spend as much time as I have, but it goes by. Like 1 hour feels like 5 minutes at times. So I've enjoyed it, but your personal life does sacrifice.
It's still constantly a time commitment that nobody anticipates, even if you love it.
You don't get to kind of shut it off at night. You take the issues home with you. You're always thinking about what's going on. If equipment breaks, that's our responsibility. You're never not responsible.
So I think that is our number one challenge, is just how to keep this machine moving, how to keep it going, not stalling it and not getting too far ahead of ourselves.
Some of the rewards of owning Java House are that, this is our place.
We are in complete control of our own destiny, which is great. We work, however hard we work, comes right back to us.
There's a ton of work always to do, but we get to decide and choose our own hours. Make family time when we need family time.
There's the flexibility in the schedule, so I'm fortunate enough to go watch my kids play sports and get them to, to their activities and events.
We get to be in this industry that is incredible. Michigan beer, and not only just craft beer, but Michigan beer is fantastic. The community's great. The people in the industry are wonderful, and we get to be around these people 24/7, and it's fantastic.
And our job is great because we make people feel and look good. I mean, so you can't get much more rewarding than that.
I would say what makes owning Java House fun is that, you'll be out in the community and people know Java House.
Because it's interesting. It's something we're passionate about. I think if you really don't believe what you're doing, it's not going to be fun. It's going to be a job.
One of it is just like we're such good friends. We're almost like family. We get along so well, so it doesn't feel like work when we're together.
It's not a drag to get out of bed and come to work in the morning.
You have a great staff that you really just kind of become friends with people. It makes the day-to-day stuff really fun.
You think it's the normal batting cages in basketball? Yes, it is, but it's also a karate guy coming in lacrosse and soccer, and we've got scouts in the cheerleading group. All these things that you wouldn't, other birthday parties, you wouldn't think this is birthday party, so it's always different and fun.
This is a marriage for us. So it's important that we all get along and that we work well together. So,
and that makes it fun because it makes all the stressful business stuff actually enjoyable.
It's just so much fun to know that people love this place, and it just makes it going into work a lot of fun every day.
Consumers that we have, the industry people that we have, they're full of life, and this industry's full of life, and I think that's what really makes owning Witch's Hat awesome to us.
And you get to be little artists on their head, which is cool. Like everybody's a different canvas for us, which is fun.
We try to give back. We do donations to several small local organizations, schools, that kind of thing. We just, whenever we can, we try to help.
When we provide the local baseball organization with uniforms, they have some place to come when there's an issue or if they have questions, whereas if they deal with the internet or someplace overseas, there's delivery, there's other issues, they don't have somebody that they can go talk to or resolve issues with. We offer that.
A lot of the teams and scouting in the schools need to do fundraisers, and they get tired of the car wash and the canned food drive, so they do euchre tournaments here.
We are pretty much an open house to anybody who wants to hold meetings for events, or we've got Bible studies, we've got all kinds of meetings from the school come in. Local musicians come in, and they are always welcome to play and perform, and we just try to make it a place where people can share their gifts and talents.
We sponsor cat and dog cages at the Humane Society of Huron Valley. We've done that since we opened. We started with just one little cage, and now we're sponsoring 2 cat cages and 2 dog cages year-round.
We've really expanded Java House and what we offer here by bringing in local crafters who display their wares, and we work on a commission basis, so it helps them as well as help us.
Yeah, we have a Relay for Life team. This is going to be our 2nd year doing that, and our staff gets very motivated and involved in selling the feet and the bags and all that stuff to our customers.
we make people feel good. So in our business, there's not much more you can do than that.
if you wanted to start your own business, do your homework. Part of the homework that I did was, okay, the demographics. South Lyon was one of the fastest growing communities. There wasn't another sporting goods store in town.
Be as organized as possible,
Yes.
from the get-go.
Yes.
The better organized you are from the beginning, the easier the whole process will be.
Do not be stubborn. Take help when it's offered. When we set out to open our business, we had nothing going into this, and we took help wherever we could get it. And it's because of that help and listening and being open to that help that we were able to start our business.
It does take more than one person, and you really need someone with a business sense.
And if you're not allowing one or two partners to have input, then you really will start to split. So again, we try to, when we make decisions here and we do things, we try to do it as a group.
It would also be beneficial to go and work for another company, like the company that you want to start, so you can see if you're going to like it.
And it's a hard thing to do. I'm a very stubborn person. It's hard to just, okay, sure, I'm not going to do it my way, I'll listen to your way. But if we would have been that way, we never would have got off the ground, we never would have got our first loan.
It's a lot of long hours. It's stress. It ends up being rewarding, but you just really have to pay your dues in the beginning, and eventually it will pay off. But be ready to work very hard.
I think the biggest thing is just saying, okay, I'm going to do this. Let's do it. If you don't try, you don't succeed.